You know, I'm fine with economy. I don't give a shit. I'm a full-grown fucking man. I'll go and sit on an economy flight for 22 hours to Sydney, Australia from LA. Doesn't matter to me. Instead, I'm on a $200,000 private jet. Well, does that make me happy? Not really. You know what does make me happy? Makes me happy that I can put the woman I love on a private jet. It makes me happy that if I want to see my children, I can put them on a private jet so they turn up quickly enough for me to spend a single hour with them. I can spend $200,000 to get an hour with my kids because a jet is faster than sitting around at an airport with a bunch of fucking brokies. It matters to me that if my mother has a heart attack, I can afford the best surgeon on the planet. It matters to me that if my grandma dies, I can give her the best possible funeral. What matters to me is that I can actually take care of the people I fucking love. I don't give a shit about having money. I'll go back to living in a single room with Tristan sleeping on the floor like we did when we were broke. I don't care. I'll go back to flying economy after saving for an entire year to get a 3-day holiday and some all-inclusive dump in Spain. I don't give a fuck. What I do care about is that I finally have money to be useful to the people I love. Because when I was broke, I wasn't very useful to people. I would see the people I care about struggling. I'll go to economy, no problem. I don't want the woman I fucking love sitting in economy with a bunch of fucking peasants. I don't want the woman I love going to work, having a male boss and a bunch of male colleagues trying to fuck her all day because I can't afford to retire her. What kind of fucking man would that make me to send my woman into the lion's den with dudes who are going to be constantly trying to get her fucking tits out? And I'm going to sit there and go, oh, well, I don't have enough money, so I guess she just needs to work. Well, you're just going to accept that? Because you're not going to try, because you're not motivated, because you're not dedicated? Having money as a man has actually nothing to do with yourself. If you're smart enough to make money as a man, you're probably stoic enough to not give a shit. I don't give a fuck about diamond watches. I don't care about cars. I don't care about private jets. I don't care about a big, nice house. I don't care about any of it. I will go back to bug level, back to the dirt, living in a fight gym like I used to. I don't care. But what I do care about is being so monumentally incompetent that the people I love and the people who rely on me can't get what they need from me, or I have to expose them to dangers. Well, my woman has to get the fucking bus, or stand around the street waiting for an Uber because she hasn't got a private driver, or my security team can't go pick her up because I can't fucking afford one. What happens when she gets raped? What happens when something happens to her? What am I going to say? Oh, but I still love you. Clearly not very much, because I didn't love her enough to dedicate myself to get rich to prevent her from fucking getting on a street corner. So what does my love even matter? What is my love even worth? Poor men, useless men, incompetent men's love means nothing. It doesn't matter how much you love a woman, doesn't matter how much you love your children, doesn't matter how much you love your fucking family, if you can't help them, provide for them, protect them, take care of them. And if you're gonna wake up every day as a man and lack dedication and motivation to get rich because you don't have enough fire inside of your heart to be dedicated towards taking care of the people you love, then you're probably a piece of shit person. I'm at the point now when some man goes, oh, I'd love to get rich, but I'm struggling with motivation. I look at him and just like he's fucking scum. You lack the motivation to what? Love your woman and love your family and love your fucking children? You're either a dipshit, you're either one of the useless men, and there's a whole bunch of them out there. You're either a fucking useless loser, or you're the kind of person who's gonna do anything it takes to win because you understand you have obligations as a man. You are obligated to protect. You can't not be able to fight. You have a job. You can't not afford things. You have a job to do. And it is for that reason you need to get rich. Not for yourself, for everybody else. And you will see how much better life is when people look at you with respect. Finally, for the first time in your life, when women look at you with a different look in their eyes, when they finally respect you. When men, important men, meet you and they finally respect you. When your family is finally proud of you. And all of that happens when you dedicate yourself to something. When you finally start to make more money than anyone else in your family can even fathom. That is when you're going to feel happy, and that is when you're going to matter. And it's truthfully your job. It is your job as a man. It has been bestowed upon us by the universe, by the cosmos, since the dawn of human time, to wake up, dedicate ourselves, and become capable. So if you want to make money, it's not for you to be able to fly on private jets across the Atlantic and smoke a fat cigar. That's not why you need to make money. You need to make money so that you finally are useful to the people who care about you and who you care about. I realized I had to get rich when I was 16 years old. I've told this story before, but I was walking to college with 3 of my friends and a guy burnt past in a red Ferrari. And I said to my friends while we were walking, how does this man have 300,000 pounds for a car when none of our families even have cars? Back then, the world was different. It wasn't like it is now. When I was 16, you didn't see money. I didn't see money. I didn't have the internet. I didn't see private jets. I didn't know Monaco. I didn't know Saint-Tropez was a place. I didn't know about girls on yachts. I didn't know about anything. I'm growing up in England completely flat broke. And the first time I had access visually to money, I knew I couldn't live as a second-class citizen any longer. I make all of this clear to people, and I say that money is a competency test. You simply need to want it. If you want it, you're going to get it. But you're not going to get anything in this life you do not want. The cocaine-addicted hooker addict wants money for cocaine and hookers. That's why he's richer than you. The crack addict needs money for crack. That's how he manages to get some new money every fucking day with no job. You don't want it enough. If you want to get rich, I absolutely guarantee you will get rich. You have the entire fucking world at your fingertips, and you're still not motivated, and you still don't care enough, and you're still not prepared to try something new. You think you're working hard because you do your job every day. You're actually extremely lazy, because you do your job every day because you don't want to think outside the box. You're so lazy, you would rather work all day every day than think of a new idea or try something new, because a brand new idea will be given to you. A roadmap will be given to you. The path to the Ferrari will be laid out before you. All you have to do is walk it. You're going to be 70 years old, and everybody who ever treated you badly is going to be glad they did, because they're going to think of you as a fucking scumbag. They're going to think, I'm glad I don't talk to him anymore. I'm glad I left that guy. I'm glad I never believed in him. And they're going to be right. And you don't have motivation to go try, so they feel some regret. You want to just be the laughing stock of everybody who's ever interacted with you ever, and you lack motivation somehow. You don't have a six-pack, big arms, bunch of money, a Lambo. You have none of those things. And all the people who ever said you were a fucking loser were right. That's how you're going to live your life as a man? The only way to tell if somebody is smart or not, based on their degree, is if they don't have one. If you are getting in debt to the bank to go to school when you can learn everything on the internet for free, if you are getting in debt to a bank to go to school to get a degree when the people in charge of the world are importing thousands of migrants with degrees from India, from China, who will do the same job for less, in a globalized economy where they can hire someone to do your job from the other side of the planet. If you are going to school and getting in debt to do so for a piece of paper, when every single year more of these pieces of paper exist and it becomes more expensive to go, double inflation, then you are an idiot. If you tell me you have a degree, I say you're a moron. You were psyoped and you were tricked and you were fooled. There is no reason for anybody who is serious about becoming rich to get a degree from traditional university at all. If you want to be a doctor, if you want to be an architect, if it's your passion, sure, do it. But if you want to get rich, that's not what you do. If you want to get rich, what you have to do is use your mind and leverage your time. You want as much information as possible, as cheaply as possible, so you can use as much of your time as possible on getting rich. You don't want to have to go to university and waste time in a commute, because all those hours are not getting rich hours. You don't want to have to waste time working a job to pay off a student loan, because all those hours are not getting rich hours. Getting rich is based on simply getting as much information as possible, as cheaply as possible, and using all of your spare time with that information so that you can finally put some money in your bank. The best place you can go to learn how to make money online from anywhere in the world with your computer, the best place you can go to get hired for a job and get paid instantly, the best thing you can possibly do for your future, the best thing you can do for your parents and your future children, you simply want to stay poor. Most people don't want to win. They want to pretend to win, or they want to do all the things that they think a winner does, so that when they lose, they can say, but I did the right things, so I'm a winner, right? That's why people go to university. That's why they get these corporate jobs when they know it will never ever make them rich. It's not because they really want to win. If they really want to win, they take risks, they go out there, they lose it all, they struggle, they start their own company, they do anything it takes to survive if they really want to win, but they don't really want to win. They want to look like they're winning, and they want to look like they tried to win. So they can say, I don't have a Lamborghini and I'm not really rich, but I did the right thing. I got an MBA in business and I go to my corporate job. When you understand that most people aren't trying to win, they're just trying to make it look like they're not losing, you work out why people make the decisions they make. Even though they know for sure They'll never give them a winner's life. Everyone wants to win, but not everybody wants to win more than they want other things. Wanting is easy, right? If I said to you, do you want to become a world level figure skater? You'd say, well, yeah, sure. Click your fingers and make me good at ice skating. Why not? There's no reason not to want that. I want that, but I don't want it enough to go and train. I don't want it enough to go and fall over on the ice and hurt myself. I don't want it enough to go and do that opposed to other things. Wanting something means nothing. We all want everything. It's how much you want it. Do you want it more than the other things? So really, want is a hierarchy. And only the top 3 or 4 wants matter. Everything else you want below that is insignificant because it's always going to play second fiddle. So my top wants are, I want to be respected for doing the right thing. I want to be in fantastic physical condition. I want to be very rich. These are my wants. If your want is to have fun, that's your prerogative. But you're going to lose out on a whole bunch of things because you're focused on having fun. You're going to end up in those videos you see on Instagram of people standing behind a DJ filming him. And then one song comes on after 7 hours of shit songs and they pretend their life matters. You're a fucking nobody. You're a failure. The DJ's is somebody. He got paid to go there. You paid to go there to film him. He's a somebody. You're a nobody. He wanted to be famous and make money more than you did. You wanted to have fun. Do you understand the difference in the dynamic? So you have to decide your top 3 or 4 wants. And it's hard because there's going to be things you cut out. You might have to cut out that girl who wants all your time. Who's saying you're boring. All you do is work. Let's go do this. Let's go do that. Do you want her pussy or do you want monumental success? It's not easy, but you can only want 3 or 4 things at once. Any more than that is just garbage. You're just confusing yourself and you're confusing the world. When you want to write down your wants, you're allowed 4, max. You start writing down 10 wants, you're never going to get anything. I promise you guys, I wanted money. I wanted to get rich. I wanted money so bad I couldn't live broke. I knew I deserved a life better than fucking wage slavery. I knew I couldn't listen to a HR department. I knew I couldn't listen to some retard telling me what to do. I knew I couldn't be told what to do by people lesser than me. I knew I couldn't watch people less smart than me have more money than I had. I knew I couldn't watch people have Ferraris if I didn't have one. I needed money. I wanted money. I was ready to do anything for money because that's what I wanted. And guess what I got? Hundreds of millions of liquid dollars cash because I wanted it. You're always going to do what you want. Have you noticed that you're actually quite a motivated person? You jerk off every time you want to because that's what you want to do. So you need to make yourself want other things and motivation goes away. Put the list together, choose your top 4 wants, make sure that you blink, cure your brain, reprogram yourself. Those are your wants. You don't care about anything else. And you'll find yourself unduly dedicated. You'll find yourself unquestionably motivated to get the things that you truly desire once you work out what they are. Depression is just expired motivation. Milk can go bad, right? If you leave it in the fridge for too long, the milk goes bad and all of a sudden it's terrible for you. That's all depression is. When you feel motivated to do something, when you look online and realize that you need some more money or a better body or your life should be more grandiose than it currently is, you have 2 choices. You can either act upon that. You can either take that motivation and instantly attack the universe and go and get what you want, or you can push it to the side. You can say, I feel like I want something, but it's hard to go and get it, so I'm going to distract myself with video games and Netflix. I'm just going to chill. And what will happen is that motivation will slowly fester and turn, like milk goes bad, into depression. Depression is simply motivation that you did not act upon. It is that simple. If you look at things and don't want them, you won't feel depressed. If you don't believe you deserve more money and a better life, you won't feel depressed by having a brokey life. You won't care. But if you look at that life, if you look at people living a certain way and you believe you want it, your choices are either to go and get it or end up depressed by delaying and procrastinating. The second you feel motivation, you should act on it instantly, because not doing that not only ensures you fail, even worse,
Not acting upon your motivation instantly is ensuring you're going to feel terrible a few days later.
You know, I haven't had a rest day from the gym in years. Every day I train. Every day. People talk about how your muscles don't grow unless you're resting. I don't care. I go every day because I go to teach myself a lesson. And I don't want to go, and it's boring, and I'm busy, and every single day I still go, so I learn about discipline and pain and suffering. Even at my old age, with my long, difficult life, I'm still going to the gym every day to punish myself and show God that I am motivated and disciplined, and no matter what happens, I will not miss a single gym session ever. 1,000 push-ups a day in jail. And you wonder why I have everything I've ever wanted. It's actually fantastically easy. You just have to do things. Get up and actually try, actually work. Stop looking for shortcuts. Stop being a lazy loser. Stop being an idiot. Stop scrolling garbage and actually try, and you can have it.
When you get a chance to do something and it feels hard or it feels difficult, you need to get very excited. You need to say, this feels difficult. This feels hard. I'm struggling to stay motivated. I'm struggling to be disciplined. That means it's going to work. You should be very excited by the things which feel like a slow grind, which feel like they're boring. It's hard to pay attention to them. Feels like they're never going to work, because I promise you, if you dedicate yourself 100%, those are the ones that work.